What do Michael Jackson, George Lucas, and Francis Ford Coppola have in common? Well, they all worked on this short film called Captain EO. This is a 3-day science fiction short film that was produced by Disney and starred Michael Jackson. It was directed by the one and only true legend himself, Francis Ford Coppola, who you might know from his famous films like The Godfather or Apocalypse Now, but also from his daughter, obviously, which is Sofia Coppola, which is also a famous female director. And this short film was produced by George Lucas. You could see really see the Star Wars influences, and yeah, man, he wrote the story, so I guess that makes sense. The film was shown at Disney theme parks from 1986 to 1996 and made a brief return from 2010 to 2015 for obviously Michael Jackson's death. The film follows Captain EO, played by Michael Jackson, and his ragtag crew on a mission to deliver a gift to the Supreme Leader, Angelica Houston, or played by Angelica Houston, of a dark planet. The gift turns out to be the power of music and dance, which transforms the Supreme Leader and her world into a beautiful place. This is so weird, and this is so Michael Jackson, typical him, like typical Michael Jackson style. Like, obviously, he's a famous artist, right? He's a famous singer and musician, but I think he was a bit full of himself sometimes. I think he makes great music, not going to lie. Like, he just makes fantastic music. Like, Thriller obviously is one of the best songs he ever made and one of the best pop songs ever made. Like, he's the king of pop, right? I believe, or is that Elvis Presley? No, I think he is. Anyway, I think because he was so famous and because he had the opportunity to buy and make stuff, he actually at some point wanted to be Spider-Man as well, which was, would have been very interesting to see, but obviously, I'm not quite sure. But obviously, Captain EO is this Star Wars influenced short film directed by Francis Ford, and I think it's so funny. Like, this film it's pretty interesting to see. Like, I really like the idea that was put into it, but I think if you listen to Michael Jackson's voice in this short film, it's like very high. It's a high pitched voice, man. His voice is very high pitched to reach those he's and those ha-has, that he always does. But you know what? You should just listen to this clip.
We're going in.
Yeah, like I said, his voice is a bit high, and I think that's all throughout the short film, which is kind of funny. Like, I don't really take him serious. He's Captain EO. EO should be like very dangerous, or I don't know. Like, when I hear the name or just the title Captain EO, I think, oh, that would be a very dangerous pirate. And then you have Michael Jackson with his white uniform and just his high voice. I'm not quite sure. It's something that annoyed me while watching this short film. But I think the creature designs and the monsters and the villains designs were also very interesting. Obviously, the Supreme Leader, which was this woman, I guess, she was she tangled, I guess, from the ceiling. So I guess she kind of reminded me of GLaDOS from Portal 2. Kind of the same, I could see why. So there we go. And I think his or her henchman kind of looked like the guy from the Caves of Androzani, which is like this Doctor Who episode with the, I think his name is Androzani. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen the episodes yet, but I mean, look at them side by side and you'll see what I'm talking about, obviously. So I think the biggest thing is of this short film is the drama. Obviously, people love drama, right? So the behind the scenes drama was interesting, to say the least. The making of Captain EO was not without its challenges. The project was ambitious, combining cutting-edge 3D technology with elaborate special effects and choreography. Oh, damn, that's my Belgian accent kicking in there. Choreography, yeah, obviously dancing and stuff like that. There were also creative differences between the key players, including Michael Jackson, Francis Ford, and George Lucas. Despite these challenges, the team managed to create a groundbreaking film that left a lasting impact on audiences. Obviously, I think this short film was kind of interesting, obviously, but I think everyone who worked with this was talented. Obviously, I'm not going to ignore that, but yeah. you know what? I think it's so weird to actually have George Lucas and Francis Ford work together in this little short film. I mean, they were one of those two were two of the best four directors during the 70s, obviously together with Spielberg or Steven, Francis Ford, Lucas, and also Martin Scorsese. I mean, those four were like the essential groundbreaking filmmakers during the 70s and the 80s, and it's, interesting that they have like this short film to actually have this collaboration between the two. But anyway, key moments. Michael Jackson's performance. Michael Jackson's performance as Captain Neo was a highlight of the film. His charisma, dance moves, and musical talent brought the character to life and made the film memorable experience for viewers. Special effects. The film featured state-of-the-art special effects for its time, including 3D visuals and animatronics. These effects helped to create an immersive experience for the audience. The character designs, like the ragtag crew from Captain EO, had very interesting suits. Like obviously, those were not puppets, right? But I think I'm not quite sure, but I think the Jim Henson Workshop is behind him. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I could be wrong too, but we'll see. Anyway. Music and dance. The film's soundtrack, composed by Michael Jackson, played a crucial role in the story. The music and dance sequences were not only entertaining but also served as a key plot point, transforming the dark world into a vibrant one. Yeah, that was interesting. Michael Jackson, like he began to sing and began to dance, but you could clearly see he was dancing and also singing, but you didn't hear that singing. Maybe it was because of that drama that he wanted to sing and wanted to do his thing, obviously, but obviously like some things aren't really necessary because the way he sometimes shouts like those hee-hees and those ha-has that I mentioned before. You know what, if you're watching the short film, you understand that, you could see his lips move, but he's just dancing, and they probably cut that audio out. But anyway, so alright, for a deeper dive into the making of Captain EO, you can check out a documentary, behind the scenes look, obviously, which is really interesting. I'm also going to link I am going to link the short film in the description, because I really think this is a very interesting thing, I guess. Very interesting short film. Not a lot of people know it. It's just one of those niche things that isn't really like important for the Disney catalog, but obviously, very great artists worked on it, so there we go. And obviously Michael Jackson did also have a lot of different things with Disney. Obviously he was a frequent visitor of the Disney theme parks. We also have the Neverland Ranch, which is also very interesting, which, while not direct collaboration with Disney, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch was heavily inspired by Disney theme parks. The ranch featured amusement park rides, a zoo, and a movie theater, reflecting Jackson's love for Disney and its magical experience. Yeah, well, very interesting. Very interesting short film. You should check it out if you're into Star Wars and into Michael Jackson and Francis Ford Coppola. It's just because I love Star Wars, and I actually found this rabbit hole actually in the Disney lore, and eventually saw this, and I was like, wait a second, that's weird. So I watched it and I was like, holy damn, and now I'm making a video about it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye everyone, or should I say hee hee oh. Okay. I'm never going to do that again. All right, bye bye everyone.